Hello, Girlsplainers! Welcome back to my channel. I am joined once again by Ben from Board and Savior.
Hi, that's me!
So nice to be hanging out with you again. Today we are stepping out of Ben's world in tabletop games and stepping into my world in Magic the Gathering. See, everyone loves Magic. Today we're going to be doing a little Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. And the loser has to Venmo the other person $6 to buy a play booster. So, local game stores, get ready for our money. Well, I guess Ben's local game store can get ready for... No, I'm gonna win. You know what? It's fine. Anyway, so Ben will explain a little bit about the Winston draft that we're going to do, which is a specific draft for 2 players.
All right, so we are going to be doing a Winston draft, which is a draft format specifically for 2 people. Now, I've never done a Winston draft, but I looked it up, and so I'm the expert. And I'm going to explain it to you on the side channel here, Mansplaining Gaming. Enjoy. A Winston draft is one where you take all of the packs that you would normally use in a draft, so like 3 packs per player, and you put them all into a deck, and you shuffle up that deck, and now you've got a deck with, what is that, like 90 cards, I think, something like that, based on how many cards are in all of the packs. And what you do is you set 3 piles of 1 card each. So you've got a deck of all the cards and then 3 stacks of 1 card each. The first person to draft looks at the first pile, decides whether or not they want to keep it. If they keep it, that's their card. If they don't, they put it back and put a card from the deck on top. Now that first stack has 2 cards, and they look at the second, and now they see, do I want this card or not? If they keep it, they keep it. That's the deal. If they don't, they put it back, put another card on top. Third card, same deal. You can either keep it or not. If you put it back, you put a card on top, and you take the top card of the deck, and that is your card for sure. So as the draft goes on, those stacks are going to get more and more juicy with more and more cards, and maybe tempt you into taking one of them, even if it's just a bunch of commons. Maybe it's like 12 commons, and it gives you all kinds of options. Or maybe you take a stack that's just 1 card, but it's a mythic rare, and it changes everything. So as far as I know, that's how the Winston draft works, and we're going to do it and see if I was right.
Sounds pretty convoluted, but I'm gonna pull Ugin either way, so it'll be fine. Okay, draft started.
Oh my god. Who starts? It's my turn.
So we should be muted the whole time.
I think
unless
probably.
We unmute for a strategic jab.
Yes, of course.
Bye, I guess.
Bye.
Meticulous Artisan. This is a prowess. Listen, I'm afraid of Jeskai. I'm gonna pass, and I can't wait to see what his reaction is when I say skip pile. This one is a Scoured Barrens. Not really what I want for my first pick. What happens if I pass on all of them? Oh my god, it's the same. I guess I'll take it, if only just to throw him off. Should I be writing this down? Are we allowed to, like, write down what's in each thing? Although I guess I have the advantage of knowing what's in the first 2 piles. This is tough. Because, you know, of course I want to be picking based on what my mythics and rares are, but that's not the strategy here. You gotta pick what you get. I don't think that's good enough to take it in a second pick. I'm going to skip this one again, knowing that there's a Scoured Barrens in here, and I'll have to maybe take what that is. I'm going to skip again. Sun Pearl Kirin. Flash flying. When this enters, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. If it was a token, draw a card. I'm afraid I'm going to end up building Jeskai. I think that's what's happening, and I'm not sure that I like it. We'll take that pile. All right, so now it's his turn. And he's back to 2, 1, and 1 cards in the pile. This format could end you with 0 mythics or rares, I just realized. That's interesting. I don't know if this is more fair or less fair. Okay, this is more like it. We've got another Lightfoot technique here, the Kara Kick Guardian. which is going to be in Temur. Flying, Vigilance, Trample. This creature has hexproof. It hasn't dealt damage yet. Lotus Light Dancers in Sultai. Lifelink. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard, then shuffle. See, the problem is I want to know what this third one is over here, but I like these two. But, like, how can we build off of that if we don't know what we're getting? Okay, so if only because of the rarities. I mean, but we're not getting really good color matches here, so we're going to have to start thinking a little more seriously about that. It's interesting that it sits you on that one side of the pile the whole time, so you never start on this end. It. I'll build a 5-color deck. It's exactly like we predicted. One of my favorite things about the Tarkir Dragonstorm set is that it is really easy to build around color wedges because of the clan ties to those. So I'm hoping that we'll just get some really good rare or mythic cards that will be supportable, and then I can focus the rest of my picks on those. I think the problem is I don't really have one thing to focus around, and usually when I'm doing sealed or drafts, I try to pick based on one thing or a set of a few strong cards. Now, I can gain a little bit of information because he did pick that last one pretty quickly, so it has to have been really good, which makes me feel like I missed out on it. Okay, so we have Sweetwater Cliffs land and Host of the Hereafter, which is pretty good. That's a Sultai thing. Now, if we do Host of the Hereafter with the Lotus Light Dancers, that means we kind of invalidate every other pick that we've already made. But if we keep going with black, green, and blue, we could make it work. And I think that that is a chance that I'm willing to take. I think we're going to go Sultai. We are going to try to make these colors work. And I had to make some cuts anyway, so I think that's fine. We're going to take this pile. We don't care about the Sweetwater Cliffs. So I think we're going to already start putting things in the sideboard. I'm going to put all the cards that are not the right colors into the sideboard, which is pretty much everything. So yikes, we'll see. I'm going to leave this one here just to make myself feel better. In this case, I do think it's important to pick something and then make it work. I think switching around and making contrary decisions after a while is going to cost me a lot. So I definitely, as much as I can, want to try to stick with what I'm doing. Maybe this will make cuts easier because I won't always have control over what I'm picking if there's multiple things in a pile. And the hardest part for me is always cutting cards. I have such a hard time with it. I can't let anything go. Okay. I get Kin Tree Nurturer. When this creature enters, it endures 1. And Mardu Devotee, which is when it enters scry 2, add one of the Mardu colors. I don't think Kin Tree Nurturer is good enough for me to take Endure is kind of an absent thing, although obviously the mechanics and the keywords don't all have to go directly together, but I think I'm going to skip this one and see if there's anything for me in here. Oh, there's definitely more for me in here. So I don't really think that I need Jeskai Brushmaster, and it's interesting because I bet then he is also not building Jeskai or Sultai. Alicia's Legacy, target creature you control gains death, touch, and life and indestructible until end of turn. That would be great if I had some big creatures. I have some, I don't think this one really counts. Well, I have 2 creatures in my 8 picks, so yikes. Ringing Strike Mastery, enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap into a new creature. This is some good removal for 1 blue. And then Roamer's Routine. This is some graveyard. Yeah, I want Harmonize. I want Renew. I want things in my graveyard. This is great, especially in sealed or limited or anything like this where you need to get your lands. I think I'm going to take this pile. Can't really use the Brushmaster, but 3 for 4 is pretty good. I will need to be really careful to get some more creatures. I think next I need to focus on getting creatures of the right color and not just the right color. So my strategy here is going to want to be get things in the graveyard that have abilities that can be used from there. So if it's a Harmonize or a Renew, I'm going to want those. All right, so Venerated Stormslinger and Dragon's Prey are here. This is some removal. Some good removal at that. But those two cards, I don't really know. I'm going to have to think about removal, but I don't necessarily want to take two cards that I'm not going to use. So I'm going to skip this pile. Arishin Sun Shield. Unfortunately, it's getting faster because these are simply not my colors. We are skipping and then hoping for, it's got a renew cost. It's cheap. So we could be putting this in our graveyard. Adorned Crocodile. It's a 5/3 for 4 and a black. When this creature dies, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. All right, we'll take this one.
Hi.
Hey, what do you think so far?
I think it's a really cool format. I really like the dual consideration of it's just a stack of 4 cards. Do I take it just because it's a bunch of options? Even though it's not necessarily in my colors, just to prevent you from getting a big stack of cards. I like that added kind of element. Oh,
you're playing aggressive in the draft?
I mean, it's part of the strategy, right?
Right. So I'll ask you this. What colors do you think I'm playing?
I don't think you've got black, or you're not interested in black. I feel like could be, I don't know. It's got to be blue. There's got to be blue involved. I
won't say anything. I've picked 2 that I don't think you're playing. 2 clans, rather.
Okay. Interesting.
So I think you could be playing either of the other 3, which is, most of them.
So what's your prediction here for me?
I don't think you're playing Jeskai, and I don't think that you... Oh, and I literally just said it too. I'm going to look like a fool. I don't think you're playing Team. I think you're doing Mardu. That's my guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jeskai is red, white, blue?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I know most of them, but some of them I'm a little. Yeah, I will neither confirm nor deny, but I will also say...
of course.
I will also say you're putting a lot of faith in me playing any clan in particular. You're putting a lot of faith.
Hey, I always assume the best.
Yeah, into me not going it's a rare though. It doesn't relate at all to what we're doing, but the little gold in the corner. I like the gold.
Yeah. I am not certain that I like this format yet.
Interesting.
Because I really love to build around 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever cards. I like to look at my rares and my mythics and see, okay, so what's the most powerful thing that I can then support? And if it's not supportable, I won't play it. If I get my promo foil at a pre-release and I can't play it in the deck that's building itself in front of me, I'll just leave it aside. But I do like to incorporate the powerful cards that I can. So it's really hard for me to not be able to start with those. I was really searching for them.
Well, I won't ask if you found any, but that is a funky element to it, that you are unaware of where the rares and mythics are. Because you're guaranteed some in other formats, and it's entirely possible that you walk away with this with all commons. Which is... And
you also have to start on the left every time. You don't get to pick a pile to look at.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting. So to know what's over there on the right, I have to skip the first 2.
Yeah.
And I can also tell what's happening by you and how fast you skip them. Because if you're obviously I'm taking that. I'm okay, so he's got something that's good.
Yeah.
I will say I think I'm going to have to make a lot fewer cuts because I feel like there's less control over what I'm actually picking.
That is true,
so,
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because my sideboard is about as big as my deck right now, but...
Oh, you're sideboarding as you go? That's smart.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed that's interesting, you currently have more cards than I do. I was doing the math, and that is something that's kind of funky about this format, is we will almost undoubtedly come away with two different sizes of deck, like different amounts of options to include. And I don't know, that's a cool twist to the format, I think. Especially if you've drafted a lot.
Sometimes I was like, whoa, 4 cards. I can't let you have that.
Yeah.
Like, double it or give it to the next person? Absolutely not. I'm taking it.
Well, I say we get back to it.
Yeah, let's get back to it. This is cool.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm so scared.
Yeah, see you in a bit, I guess.
All right.
Okay, so we know he's not building any particular clan. This is interesting, but he may be getting more mythics and rares because of that. Or is he psyching me out? We have no way to know. Okay, back to this pile that clearly neither of us wants. Counters among creatures you control. This creature gets +2/+4. You may cast this from your graveyard. If you do, enters with a finality counter on it. That's really interesting. Coordinate maneuver. So still some things that we don't want. But how much do you want to bet that he'll leave it there one more time? There's no way it has different kinds of counters. We're skipping this just for fun. Avenger of the Fallen. Okay, this is definitely for Mardu, but I like that it has Death Touch. It's 3 mana, and there's going to be creature cards in the graveyard, so we're going to take this one. Wow, he took the big one. Okay. This is colors that I like, but I'm really looking for creatures here. I'm going to skip it. Seize opportunity. No, I'm going to skip pile and draw. This is the first time that we're going to do that. I drew Mammoth Bellow, which is really great. Maybe I splash red. Okay. Oh, you took that so quickly. All right, Mammoth Bellow is going to stay in there for a minute. Add... Yeah, those are literally my colors. We're gonna take Opulent Palace, thank you. Okay, we still need smaller mana cost creatures, but we're gonna still look at this. Oh god, I can't just take the big stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, Heritage Reclamation. This is a removal spell, destroying a target artifact, enchantment, or exiling a target card from a graveyard and draw a card, or Iridescent Tiger. I don't think I want either of those. Okay, Dismal Backwater, again, Watcher of the Wayside, which is a 3 mana creature, or Ringing Strike Mastery. Target player mills 2 cards, you gain 2 life. I like this. There's 33 cards left in the deck. I think I might be able to pull some smaller creatures. We're going to take those. This is going to be so bad if I can't get more creatures. I think this Avenger of the Fallen really is going to help me here. Now I just need to be able to put things into the graveyard. Oh, an Omen card. You know how I love Omen cards. I don't think I can turn this down. It's also in my colors. I love Omens because I truly think that they do the balancing effect that they want to. They make it viable to put a really expensive dragon creature card into your deck because they shuffle back in. Not only do they go back in, but they shuffle, so it's not necessarily going to be on the bottom of your library. I think I have to take it just because I love it. And yes, it does balance out the high mana cost, but it doesn't make it a low mana cost creature still. That's not... It's looking a little dicey here. If I can't... I mean, I'll win if I make it to the top end, but too bad I didn't take any of those little tiny ones. Okay, this is a 3 mana creature in color and a 2 mana creature in color, and I feel like I can't turn that down. This has Death Touch. We're surveilling. We're mobilizing. Surveilling is great in this deck. Death Touch is good. I'm going to take, yeah, I think this is a strong choice. I need creatures on this level. We're hoping for more 1s and 2s, but 3s will also take. So I have 2 removal that is not really removal. I have 2 2-mana creature. Nope. 1 2-mana creature. And this could be a removal, sort of. we've got 3 creatures that are 3 mana. And then a basic land searcher. All right, here we are. Wingblade Disciple. Flying and flurry when you cast your second spell each turn. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, honestly, so I'm going to skip this one. Teamer Devotee. It has Defender, and you can add the Teamer colors. Well, you filter for them. But it is, a 3/3 only with Defender, or Zergo's Vanguard. Not really doing a lot of red. I kind of want to see what's in this third pile. Oh my god. Oh. And it's a pretty one too. Okay, so these are both very large creatures. I'm going to take them. I can't not take them. Petty Revenge is an omen. It's a sorcery. Destroy. There's my removal. And it's like a cyclable removal, so that's really good, even just as a removal card. So great. And then Feral Deathgorger, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. We're taking this, absolutely. I do now still have to think, only 21 cards left in the main stack. We have to think about small creatures and getting our mana up.
Where are all the cheap creatures? Is Kelsey just like loading up on cheap creatures?
Okay, my turn. We've got Wingblade Disciple ×2. It has Flurry. Or Hardened Tactician. Sacrifice a token, draw a card. I don't think I want either of those. Glacial Dragon Hunt for... Is it? Draw a card, then you may discard a card. Discard an only card this way. Creature Harmonize. I still want some creatures. All right, removal. No, it's red. Desperate Measures. An instant for 1 target creatures. Cards. Okay, some draw in black. Riverwalk Technique. All right, so this is removal and counter, but I'm still looking for creatures. Okay, Codis the Fangkeeper. Indestructible. Whenever Codis deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. So you want to... Oh, and he's indestructible. You want to buff him as much as possible. Yeah, I've got to take this. It's in my colors. Again, it's too good
I'm
to let go.
unmuting our last
little
conversation before the end here. There's only 12 cards left in the main deck.
This makes me nervous.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now about what you're looking at?
If I stay alive for a bit, I'm winning, no question. However,
okay.
if you have any creatures, you might win.
Okay, interesting.
How do you feel?
What's interesting about this for both of us is I feel like we have the same style of decks. If I stay alive for any amount of time, I think you're going to be in more trouble.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
You know, at least it's balanced. I guess we'll see. It kind of makes me nervous that we're not just like getting rid of one each time. Like it just, there's 21 cards and then suddenly there's 15 cards left, and that makes me nervous. Because what if I got rid of the bad creature that had a low mana cost because it wasn't good enough? Mm-hmm. But now I don't have any, and I've been looking for them for half of the time.
I see. We're in the same boat right now, where I'm like, I've got my 5 and 6 drops covered, and I'm hosed at the low end of the curve.
Thank God for omens.
Yeah, I wish I had a couple more of those. I feel like you're stealing all of the. I'm curious to see, but I feel like you're stealing all the dragons that I would like to be enjoying.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Well,
yeah. Okay. I guess I'll see you at the end.
Some low mana cost creatures to make this a real game of Magic.
Truly. All right.
Yeah.
Good
see
luck.
you at the end. That's not a low mana cost creature. That is not really a low mana cost creature, but it's, you know what, baby? It's low enough. We're going to take him. I should have explained what that does. That has a renew cost, so you can pay that cost from the graveyard, and you're going to be putting a counter on something for this one. It also had trample, and it's in my colors. So we just have to get to 3 mana. Don't want it. It's not the right color. Don't want it. It's not the right color. Don't want it. It's not the right color. It's too big. I don't want it. This is bad. 3 cards left. Okay, we have Lotus Light Dancers again. Humbling Elder. It's a 1/2. You know what? This is definitely meant to be played in Jeskai, but it is a 1 mana with a taking away the damage, and it's got flash. Also another Lotus Light Dancers, which I like, so we'll take this one. Ooh, 0 cards left. We're going to put Coordinated Maneuver in the sideboard. Riverwalk Technique. I still don't want this, but I don't remember what that is. Oh, that's new. Yeah, sure, we'll take Watcher of the Wayside. Okay, there we go. I guess we're done drafting.
I guess we're done drafting.
Did you get any low mana cost creatures?
I got 1. Well, in between. Awesome. Yeah, good for me. How many cards did you draft total?
35 total, but that's I have 35 in my deck and sideboard together.
35 total in your deck and sideboard. That's so... I have 46.
And you said I was taking more cards.
Well,
You took a couple big stacks.
I wanted a couple big stacks just because they were big stacks.
Yeah.
I grabbed a lot of cards where I was like, I got no use for you, but there's 6 of you.
Hey, a playset is a playset.
Yeah.
I have 7 cards in my 5 mana slot, and I don't feel good about that.
You have 7 cards in your 5 mana slot. Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Well, let's hope the games take a long time for your sake, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I don't have to make many cuts, right? Like
that is true.
I gotta make 4 cuts, and they all could be in the 5 mana category, and then I'd have a playable deck.
I'm so curious to see how this goes. I feel like I have truly created the most everything under the kitchen sink deck, and I'm still deciding what to get rid of. There was at least one significant hate draft where I picked something because I was terrified of you having it.
Okay, I really want to know what that was.
But you didn't take it before, and so I'm like, so I don't know. So I think I might have. It was early on enough that I think I called your colors wrong, and I think maybe neither of us really care about blue. Because if you cared about blue, there's no way you wouldn't have taken it. I don't know.
Have you considered I'm maybe not very good at this yet? The Winston draft. I'm for sure, definitely good at Magic. What did you see that I didn't take?
There was a stack. Maybe you only saw it when it was 1 card. There was a stack of 2 Wingblade Disciples.
Oh, yeah.
And so maybe you're just not in blue, because I was like, 2 Wingblade Disciples out on the board. You play 2 cards, and then you have 2 flying birds every time you play 2 cards on a turn. It feels like that would just decimate me.
It would definitely annihilate, because I have been decimated by that.
Yeah.
Myself. However, I'm too afraid of playing Jeskai, which is the clan that wants you to play lots of instants and sorceries.
Yeah.
And small cost things, which good thing, because there were no small cost anything in this draft. I'm too afraid of playing that, so I just let them go.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, then I probably shouldn't have hate drafted them, because now I have 2 of them.
Now you have them.
Yeah, oh boy. We'll just have to see how all this goes. I don't know if my deck does anything.
I think mine would do something if I can get enough mana, but I don't know if I can get there, because I had a plan. It's just that this was not an effective format of draft for having a plan.
Yeah.
You kind of needed to not have a plan ever.
Yeah. Well, good news for me.
That's not really how I roll. So we'll see. I've made two of my 4 cuts that I need to make.
Okay. You're cutting I'm kind of cutting as we're talking. This is the thing about drafting that I am the worst at. In Arena, I often go into games with like 46 card decks because I'm like, I don't know, I like you all. You're all my friends. We've gone through so much together.
I have a real hard time cutting as well. I'll play a 41-42. I often do that, and then I decide what to cut, or I decide to not cut. Today, I think I should decide to cut. I have 2 of a particular creature that was like one of the first ones that I drafted. And like you can't get rid of that one because then you're like, well, this invalidates the entire deck if I get rid of it. I find myself doing that more often than I'd like to admit. Mm-hmm. So we'll just have to see. My mana curve is whack.
Yeah, man.
This is not right. To anybody watching me, don't do this.
Yeah, this is.
I'm supposed to be girl-splaining, but don't do what this is. I will divulge a fun name for this deck, which is Rifling Through the Dumpster.
I like that. I like a little dumpster diving deck.
Yeah. But like in a positive way. Like you find something really awesome in the dumpster. Maybe there's a raccoon that bites your hand, but like you found like 47 old Netflix DVDs in the dumpster. Like this is good.
My deck is like oh god, it's like oops all instants at low mana, and then at like mid to high it's like oops all creatures. Like there's nothing that like there's no splashing in a couple of like little cheap creatures. I found so few.
I truly think we just didn't have a lot, which kind of makes me feel better because it doesn't feel like such a terrible choice now. It just
right.
Okay, I'm going to cut one of the 2 things, and then if I find out that I really wanted it, I'll take it back. I am really excited to see what this does, because there's some crazy stuff in here. Did you get any mythics?
No.
I also did not get any mythics.
You also did get more rares than I did, sure.
I think I did. I found a lot of uncommons and rares. Okay, I'm going to run 41 cards because that's what I do.
Where are we at? Am I running 42?
I like that it auto lands me. That's really helpful. Ooh, ooh, and I can just put in my deck size as 41 and it'll tell me what to do. I love it. I love it so much.
That's very nice.
Shout out to Draftmancer. This is not sponsored, by the way. We just really like it because I did some research. I found this and it is incredible. It lets you draft anything from, I didn't look at how expansive the list of sets was, but kind of any set that you really want to be drafting in a ton of different formats. And see, you got like 15 different formats here for the draft. It gives you lots of features. It does your lands for you. It has this really cool pie chart, and I love graphs and charts, so I love this. This is great. I think I'm ready to port over whenever you are.
Very
and my
cool.
Pro tip, this is for the audience, if not for you, is that up here in the corner it says rotation degrees. You want to make this 90 so that you can make E and Q just tap and untap instead of having to do it in a matter of degrees.
Ooh, look at you. I'm gonna keep this 7, but it's a lee risky. It's a lee risky, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
All right. So
why did it give me basic lands from
I don't know.
Drift? Anyway,
it did the same thing
you're
for
up
me.
First,
yeah.
So feel free.
I am starting off with a little tap land. We've got a lovely frontier bivouac. Bivouac.
Bivouac was correct.
Shit, started off right.
Great. I will, you know what? I'll draw. Fun. I will play a forest and pass.
Okay. I will draw. Because who doesn't like to draw? And I will
So
play.
you're playing Teamer. Okay.
Well, don't speak too soon. I have a Teamer card.
I see.
I'll play Mountain and pass.
Wow, no small creatures, huh?
Shocking.
Untap upkeep, but that none of that's real at the moment. And then I'll play a swamp, and then I'll play undergrowth leopard.
Oh, okay.
That's what they used to call me in high school. And that has vigilance. It's a 2/2, and it for 1 mana I can sacrifice it to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Go ahead.
Love it. Okay. I will draw. I will play a plains. And I think I will play...
Take a Chandra on me. It's that song from...
Crushed it. Oh my god, that was so good. I'm going to play a Warden of the Grove, which is a 2/2 that at the beginning of my end step, I put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, and whenever another non-token creature I control enters, it will endure X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. And endure, as we all know, is a keyword that lets you either put X +1/+1 counters on the creature or create an XX white spirit creature token.
That's really good.
Thank you. This is the very first card that I drafted.
Awesome.
So I need a little +1/+1 guy over here. Because assuming that nothing bad happens to me, to this creature with your 0 mana, it will get a +1/+1, and I will pass.
Okay, I will untap, upkeep, and draw, and then I will play for perfect mana an island. And then I think I'm going to play Watcher of the Wayside. It is a 3 mana 3/2. When it enters, target player mills 2 cards. You gain 2 life. I'm choosing myself to mill 2 cards. Do I have to? Oh, far out. That was what I wanted. Anyway, I shouldn't have done that. Doing it. Okay, well, I think really interesting.
You might have
here.
a little mill. I think this guy mills for you.
Oh, there is mill. That's awesome. Okay, well, I'll know that for next time. So that's fine. And I gain 2 life.
Lucky.
And I don't think I'll attack because you now have a 3/3.
I do.
Your counter doesn't... Oh, it is there. Okay.
Do you want it somewhere else? Do you want it like underneath or something? Is that more helpful?
No, that's fine. I just didn't see it.
Okay. I will untap, draw for turn. While I'm doing this, I want you thinking about this essential question, which, hey, doesn't matter for Magic, but let's keep it interesting. What is the largest / most dangerous animal that you think you could take in a fight? I will play a forest.
This is a great one. I don't know. I feel like having an overestimated sense of self in this case is a negative. So I'm going to go small. I think I could take like a big deer.
You think you could take a big deer?
Okay, maybe you live somewhere else. So maybe I could take like a doe who's medium-sized.
Okay. Dang.
I shouldn't have said big.
I still feel like a deer is gonna mess you up.
I just think that I could like wrap my arms around its neck and then just like and it would be off balance, and then yeah. I'm thinking I don't really want to think about killing something with my bare hands.
Yeah.
So we're thinking Marvel Rivals. We're talking a KO here.
Sure. I like that. Okay, so I have played a Sagu Pummeler. Just a big, beefy baby. It is
take him.
a 4/4 reachy creature. And I can pay 4 colorless and a green to exile this card from a graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters and a reach counter on a target creature as a sorcery. But that's when he's in the graveyard. Right now he's just a 4/4. But whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the +1/+1s on this creature, which is 1. So endure 1. So I can either put a +1/+1 on the pummeler or make a 1/1 spirit. I am going to make a... I feel like a 5/5 Reachy guy might be nice, though. I'm going to make a 5/5 Reachy guy. So we're going to have another +1/+1 here. And then our question is, do we swing? It doesn't feel like this is the moment for that. So I will pass end turn. Do you have any interactions here at the end turn?
Absolutely not.
All right, great. Then I'll get
I have no mana.
another +1/+1 counter on Warden of the Grove, and that's the end.
Yeah, this is not going well for me. When you said you had to survive for a bit, I thought you meant until like 5 mana. No, you meant until 3 or 4.
That or draw Warden of the Grove in my opening hand. That also works.
That's true. Okay, so untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play another forest. There's some good stuff in here, but I don't know if I can get it out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. We got Kotis the Fangkeeper. This is a fun one that made me really excited to play this color, and I drew into it after all the other stuff. So it's a legendary creature, zombie warrior. It's a 2/1, but it's got indestructible. Whenever Kotis deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana costs. I steal your stuff, dude. And knowing that you have a ton of things that are low mana cost instants, I'm super excited to have this card in my deck.
Yeah, okay. I don't like it.
Awesome. It doesn't have haste, though, so
Yeah.
I won't be attacking with it, and I also don't think I'll be attacking with either of those, because you got some big stuff over there that I
probably
need
don't want to
deal with, and I have no mana left, so I will leave it at that. Go ahead.
draw. Play a plains. Look at all of my planes
least-
for my 0 white cards so far.
At least we did not, be dry in terms of lands. Like, we have enough mana here.
Interesting. And this is an instant.
Do not exile my creature.
That's very interesting. Okay, good to know. I feel like you do it. You just got to get ahead, right? You just got to get ahead.
Yeah, you always have to.
Okay, so I am going to tap all of my mana and play this big papa, a Bloomvine Regent. This is a flyer, and whenever this or another dragon I control enters, I gain 3 life. Additionally, it has a 2/2 counter on it. So it is a 6/7.
From what?
From this. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature.
Yeah. I think I'm just dead.
We'll see here. So you've got a 2/1, you've got a 3/2, you've got a 2/2. I mean, that's what you would do, right? Like, there's no way you wouldn't, and that would be bad, and it would make me cry. So I don't want to cry. So I am going to swing with just the Sagu Pummeler. So it is a 5/5 swinging at you.
Okay, does it have trample?
It does not. So,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
you're
going to block with
gonna
my
chump.
2/1 that has
Yeah.
indestructible.
Yeah. Okay, all right. We gotta, Cool. And I will pass end turn here. That was a bit of a misplay.
I wasn't sure if you meant to do that. I assumed the best.
Yeah.
I assumed that you did mean to do that. All right, I
Appreciate
will
it.
play. Let's play another swamp. Keep drawing lands. That's good right now for where I'm at. So I have 5 mana open, with which I can do some things. Let's play. This is a fun one, and I think I just want to play this because I can, and I think it'd be fun to do it. This is going to be Avenger of the Fallen for 2 and a black. This is a human warrior creature with Death Touch and Mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard, which right now is 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was milling.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We're going to give me a loyalty counter over here that reminds me how many creatures are in my graveyard.
Cool.
And it is, in fact, just 2 right now. So that's great. And then I believe that with... I'm going to use this Omen. I'm going to use Dusk Sight. So I'm going to put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. I don't really know how much good that's going to do for me right now, but I would like to put this on Coda's Fangkeeper.
Yeah.
So this will go back into my library. Actually, first I draw a card. Then it goes back into my library.
Okay.
And then I shuffle. Okay. Super interesting. So, listen, I still don't think I will attack because it would be dumb and you're just going to block. But I have to get some removal soon because...
Yeah.
Okay. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Neither of us have really done anything.
No.
We're just showing off the cards in our decks.
Yeah. Sick. I'll play a Plains.
I just want to do combat damage to you once. I just want to cast your spells for
right.
free once, just because it's so cool.
Of course. We're going to swing for 6 with Bloomvine Regent. It is a Floya.
Can't do anything about it, so I'll take 6.
Excellent. And then I will tap here, and here. And play a lovely little rescue leopard. What a little cutie. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And he will enter... he will not enter with any +1/+1 counters. He will instead endure for 3 and create 3 1/1 spirit tokens. Thanks to my boy, Warden of the Grove.
Things are looking a little tough over here, even though I've gotten 2 of my coolest cards out.
And then at my end step, Warden of the Grove gets another +1/+1 counter. So that is all for me.
Okay, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Okay. This is good. This is very good. I'll play this island. And then I will play Ringing Strike Mastery on your Bloomvine Regent.
Okay, gotcha.
For 1 blue. It does not untap unless you pay 5 mana.
Got it. Despicable.
And then how many mana do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, super interesting. Which of these do I want to play? I think that you're widening the board, so I think I better also widen the board. I will play Adorned Crocodile.
Ooh.
Here he is. I'm going to snag all those, and you get the point. Okay, so he is a 5/3. When it dies, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token, and he has renew for 1 black. Exile this card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. So you see what I was doing here with like trying to get things with renew in the graveyard to pump this guy up? Yeah.
I like it. I like the idea.
Thank you. I also like the idea. I just don't know if the concept is really happening. Well, I'm going to move to combat. Will I attack with anything? That's a different question.
Good question.
So I think it would be cool to attack with Avenger of the Fallen, but you could kill him with some stuff that I don't want you to kill him with. But some of the stuff, it's like, yeah, I'd love for that to die.
Right.
But he's no good if he doesn't attack, you know? But then I don't want to just lose him.
I hear what you're saying, man. You got to listen to your heart.
Unfortunately, my heart will not let me attack literally ever. So I think what we're going to do... Do you have any artifacts or enchantments out? No.
I don't believe so.
I am the only one with the enchantment.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just not attack. This is so bad. Okay, go ahead. I'll pass the turn.
At the beginning of your end step, I will play Heritage, Reclamation, and destroy the Ringing Strike Mastery enchantment.
No!
Sorry. Someone had to do it.
Good play.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you... What? Oh, you had 2 up. Okay.
I had 2 up, yeah. Hawk 2 up. We will untap. Sorry, man. I'm doing what I can. While I'm considering my turn, why don't you tell everyone what your favorite musical is? I've come prepared with questions.
I feel like I should have done more crowd work here. I was too busy talking about my own turn. My favorite musical, I think Legally Blonde. I think it's a perfect musical. I have been in Legally Blonde twice. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But I really am a sucker for big production musicals. And I think that comedy has a place. I think that it has an important message that Legally Blonde does. And also, like, I think that entertainment also has a place in making art important. And that is a hill that I will die on. So that's my favorite musical.
Yeah. All right.
I also really like Putnam County Spelling Bee because audience interaction. That one's pretty good. How about you?
That's a good question. I didn't come prepared with answers, just questions.
Oh, only questions.
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, like, it's been on my mind lately because of the movie, but like, dude, Wicked is solid. Wicked is real good. I really do enjoy a little Defying Gravity. And like, I feel like there was this weird era where everyone was like, no, it's like cringy to like Hamilton, but Hamilton's also great, and I'll fight people who think that it's not. It is an impeccably written show, which like those are kind of basic answers, but like I'm basic as hell, so those are my basic answers.
Catch us on our theater podcast.
I play absolutely nothing here. I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
We've got a whole bunch. I mean, like, if it ain't broke, right? I'm going to swing in with Bloomvine Regent, little 6 of power fire.
Yeah, I still do not have a flyer.
All right.
Or anything with reach, so go ahead.
Cool. Well, enjoy your 6 damage.
I did.
I will pass the turn.
Okay, let's see if I can save this in the last little bit. All right, I'm going to untap and upkeep and draw. I drew another island. I'll play that island. And then I'll play Nightblade Brigade.
Whoa.
Because I'm running out of cards. Okay, that is a goblin soldier creature. It has death touch and mobilize 1. When this creature enters, surveil 1. So I may put something into my graveyard.
Nice.
I guess I should have questions for you, but I didn't really...
It's okay. I came prepared and I didn't tell you that I was doing that, so...
That's all right. I don't think you get to look at it. Don't look at it.
Oh, shit. You're so right. I thought it was in your graveyard. That's my bad. I didn't see it.
It's not yet. I am not putting that in my graveyard.
Okay, I don't know what that is. I didn't look at it.
Great. Because I think that I have to attack at some point. I'm going to move to combat and attack with Avenger of the Fallen.
Okay.
And I'm not going to attack with anything else.
Okay. So that creates...
I guess I'll attack with Watcher of the Wayside. No, that's stupid. Hold on. Yeah, that is stupid. So this creates 2
2 1/1s that
1/1s
die at the end of your
that gets,
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, sorry.
I'm going to put this here.
This guy gets +1/+1 at the end of my turn. Sorry.
That's fine.
Awkward. I'm so used to Arena doing everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're swinging in as you're set. You're just Avenger of the Fallen.
No, I'm not set. We're gonna swing with those 3. 2. That's just 2.
It's 4, right? These guys are tapped
it's
and
4,
attacking.
but
yeah,
I just didn't want to bother making a copy of him as I will
That's
have to.
so fair.
There we go.
That's so fair. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you could have some. Am I seeing this correctly? You have 0 cards in hand.
Correct.
Oh, well. You're not a Death Toucher. You don't have a way to give Death Touch. You don't have a way to pump.
No, this is just a bad play.
Okay.
I just thought that attacking would be interesting.
Yeah, I will block Adorned Crocodile with my 7/7 Warden of the Grove.
Okay.
And I think I'll block a warrior with Sagu Pummeler. I'll block a warrior with Rescue Leopard, and I'll let your 2 in with Avenger.
Okay. Cool. So you take 2. This does not die. We're good. But it's worth remembering that this has a renew cost.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't mind, I think I might just like put it here.
Yeah. Go for it.
So that I can remember that it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. And then, I might as well just do that. I think it would be smart.
Yeah, I mean, if it's as a sorcery.
It is as a sorcery. So I'll tap, and then I'll exile this to put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Will I choose the one that I want to protect there, or the one that would make it? Nah, we'll choose the cooler one.
Yeah.
So Kotis is now a 4/3.
4/3.
Go ahead.
Okay, at the beginning of your end step, I will play Seize Opportunity for for 3, and this lets me exile the top 2 cards of my library until the end of my next turn. I can play those cards. Wow. Okay. Yeah, sick. Beautiful. I will play Iridescent Tiger for 5. Tap, tippity, tap, 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 tip, tap, tip, tap. Iridescent Tiger is a 3/4, and when it enters, if I cast it, which I did, I add 1 mana of every color.
I remember passing that one up.
Yeah. So I now have 1 mana of every color. I will use green, blue, and red for Temur Tawny back. Oh, we should also note Warden of the Grove has Iridescent Tiger come in as just a little 8/9. And then
This is not right.
Temur Tawny back. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. So I will draw 1. And, what do I want to discard from here? Definitely this one. Goodbye, Twin Bolt. Great. And Temur Tawny back, their Explore is going to be spirit tokens equal to the +1/+1 counter, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, keep in mind, I still have black and white mana up from Iridescent Tiger, so I will use black and white and red here. Maybe this is overkill because, but we're going to play this card right here. Zergo's Vanguard has Mobilize 1, and this creature's power is equal to the number of creatures you control, which currently
we're done.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But it's actually another 5 because he will. Yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah. So you have 4 blockers. We're definitely swinging in with Bloomvine because you can't block. The question is, all of these guys have Summoning Sickness. So this is a Death Toucher. I don't think we have lethal here. We've got, if I swing like this, you go down to 4, you block here, 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 here. 2 gets through. You go down to 2. Yeah, so we...
I love that you're telling me what I should do. This is great.
I'm just talking out loud. Yeah, I'm only swinging in with my flyer for 6. I don't think it makes sense to do otherwise. I have nothing with trample. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I was gonna scoop, but if you're just doing that, I guess I won't.
I mean, I can't kill you this turn.
Yeah, sure.
If you have board wipe, then you're still in this.
No, we're gonna untap, upkeep, draw, and I got not a board wipe. It's another cool card. I'll play it, and then I guess I'll scoop. This is Lotus Light Dancers. It is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When it enters, I search my library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard, then shuffle.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to go search, and I'll find... It literally doesn't matter. I think that we should... Yeah.
You also...
If I were to do it, I would be looking for the things that had renew, harmonize, or anything like that. But I think I actually...
You shouldn't show me also.
Yeah.
Because then I'll know for the next game.
Cool. Well, hey, good game.
GG. GG.
I don't know if I can keep this, but I'm going to do so anyway.
I love the sound of that.
I've got things I can play.
My first turn. Incredible. A plains and a pass.
Awesome. I'll draw.
Lucky.
And I'll play a swamp and pass.
Okay. I will draw. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I'll play a forest and pass.
I'll draw. And I'll play a forest and pass.
Oh my god. We're like the same. I'm going to draw here. I am going to play a forest and not pass, but play a lovely little Tempest Hawk. Who...
You got 70 of them?
I do not have 70 of them, very sadly. You'll never know.
Do you know enough about this to have a real opinion on it? Should I ask you your opinion on that kind of card like this and Heir Apparent?
And there's like a rat one too from like an earlier set, I think, where you can have any number of rats. I think it's so funny. I love it. On Arena, back when the rat was in the format, I played a like million rats deck. I will pass. So it's here to go. I love it. I think the sillier the better as far as Magic cards go. How do you feel about Mill?
I think I'm going to... What do you have over there? What is it?
It is a 2/2 flying Tempest Hawk, and when it deals combat damage, I can search my library for a card named Tempest Hawk, reveal it, add it into my hand, and then shuffle.
Okay. I think I'll let you have that. That's fine.
You'll let me?
Yeah.
Concerning.
How do I feel about milling? Well, most of my experience with milling is when I'm milling, but I'm milling myself. I have this Gralnock the Omnivore Commander deck that is my favorite Commander deck to play with. I've made a video about it before. So I really like it. I mean, I think it's annoying if you have to get rid of cards, but I feel like it's just like it's valid. It's like, okay, so I'm annoyed.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm going to swing for 2.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
I really like mill. I like milling people. I'll pass the turn. Mill is fun. It's just so annoying for the other people, and that's my kind of Magic.
Oh my god, I have a red. I have that one.
Your
one red
mountain?
in there. My one mountain. And then I'll play Host of the Hereafter. Comes in with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, which I already have up over here. And then when it or another creature I control dies, if it had counters, put its counters on up to 1 target creature you control.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going back to the many rats thing, I think it's fun if you are promoting creativity, but if you're like in arena on standard and you just do heir apparent, like I kind of think that's lame. Like I think if you're doing something fun with it, like I wouldn't have my whole deck be heir apparent. I would have there be like maybe 4 to 6 of them and then a lot of other stuff. Like I'd use it as a supplementary tool, not the whole point of the deck. But the rats one, I could be so wrong about this, but the rats, doesn't that also have like a plus whatever for however many?
Maybe, but yeah, I think something like
Clearly,
that.
we don't know enough about it.
I'm Bloomvine regenting the sorcery for a forest tapped on the battlefield and a forest into my hand. However, I think I only have 3 forests, so I'm pretty sure I just get the 1 here.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is an omen, so he's going to go back in there. And I will swing for 2. He's a flyer.
Oh, I was like, you will? Yeah, I'll take 2. Oh, I like that there's the timer thing, so that if somebody's taking a long time, you can... Okay, I'll draw. I will play a forest. That means I have 5 mana. And what will I play with it? I think I'll go for the Lotus Light Dancers. I think it's gotta be. This is exciting. And so I will search for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put these cards into my graveyard, then shuffle. It also has lifelink.
Cool.
I'm happy to do that after I attack because I won't have anything else to do.
Yeah, that's all good.
If we want to save time. Okay, great. So I'm going to attack with this. That's 4. And then I will do my searching and my shuffling. And you can go ahead.
Alrighty. I will untap draw.
All right. I will tap for play out the Pummeler, who we know. He is a reachy 4/4 and does something after he's dead. He can renew for 4 and a green to exile 2 +1/+1s and a reach on a target creature as a sorcery. But right now, he's just a sexy little 4/4. And we will swing flying for 2.
I will take 2.
I will pass the turn.
I'm still looking because it's tough.
There's a lot of cards.
I think I maybe should have... This is tough when I don't have that many things that have renew in it, so I kind of have to just get rid of things that would be good for me, and I don't like that. Maybe I'll put an island in there. That's a blue card.
It's true.
I don't need that. I don't need all those.
Yeah, you hate him now.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, it just says card, right?
It says card. Yeah, okay. Dismal Backwater. Bye. See ya. I've chosen Adorned Crocodile, which has a renew ability, Roamer's Routine, which has a harmonize ability, and Dismal Backwater because tap lands at this moment.
Incredible.
In particular. I have to go look at what you... Oh, the Pummeler. Did I shuffle? I did not shuffle. I'm going to put this back and then shuffle. Was I supposed to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Glad we caught that. Judge. Wouldn't it be hilarious if I drew the same card? I did not. Okay, I'll play a forest. It's crazy that I don't have like landfall in this deck. That would be really helpful. Oh my god, there's a huge fucking bug.
Just eat them. Just eat them. This game is going worse. This is the one that I lose. Unless I top deck red mana, I feel like it's all ogre now. Catch me outside.
We're having so much fun. Hi, I'm back.
Hi, it didn't sound like it went swimmingly.
Did you hear me say, please wipe its legs off the wall?
Yeah, yeah, I said he forgot his legs.
Okay, so I think it was my turn. I think I had played my forest, and then I am going to do something else. I might have enough to do 2 things. Okay. I will play... Ooh, I don't actually have the right mana to do that, and that's upsetting. But I think I have to do this. So I'm going to play this Omen. I'm going to play Petty Revenge, and we're going to destroy target creature with power 3 or less. I'll be targeting your flyer there.
He's dead.
Okay, so then this goes... Oops. This goes here, and then I shuffle. And then I unfortunately cannot play that thing there, but I will play this enchantment on your Pummeler.
When it enters
for 1
tap.
blue.
Okay, cool. All right. Tapped. Disgusting.
So I have 3 mana remaining. 2. Just 2. Nope, 3. That's 3. But I'm not using it right now. I'm going to just attack with these 2. That's going to be 4. 7 total. 3 is lifelink.
All right. Take it all. I take it all.
And then I will pass.
All right. I will untap.
Just like that bug passed.
Yeah. That's not
Oh, my life gain.
good. Well, I will pass.
Oh, boy. What are you at?
I'm at 9.
How? I've only attacked once. Twice?
You have attacked thrice? You attacked with, Yeah.
I attacked with this once.
Yep. Down,
for 4.
Down to 16.
And
then
oh,
for
yeah.
7 down to 9. Yep.
That's how math works.
Yeah.
Okay. I will put another island out there. I guess I'm glad that was my card I got rid of. And then I will play Nightblade Brigade. For 2 and a black, it has Death Touch and Mobilize 1. When it enters, I will Surveil 1. So I get to choose if I put it in my graveyard or not. You don't look at it.
Yeah, sorry, I looked last time. Like a little scamp.
It's not great, but like, I don't know. Should I take something that's not great but it's playable, or nah? There's enough good stuff in there that I can look for. So I'm gonna put that in the graveyard. That is Watcher of the Wayside, and then it's my turn again. I'm just attacking with these 2, so that'll be for 7 again, but I get 3 lifelink.
All right, I'm down to 2.
Okay.
I have nothing to untap, so I will draw, and it was not a land, and therefore I must scoop.
Oh no. Let's see what my next one would be, just for fun.
Yeah,
It was gonna be a swamp. Hey, that felt redeemed.
Yeah, that was much
me.
better.
Thank you. That was good.
Take a look at my hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards.
Oh wow, you really did you not have any red?
Oh, it was on top. There it is, right on top, the mountain. Yeah, just did not draw. Yeah, mulligan down to 6, and I had like only forest and plains in hand, but like only a couple of red cards. I was like, it'll be fine, and we'll draw into mountains.
Right.
And
it was not.
I didn't
fine.
want to mulligan down to 5 either, and it was not fine, as we saw.
Sure, I'm gonna say yes to this. On my first one, no takebacks.
I am also going to say yes to this, knowing full well that that's a mistake.
Hey, awesome. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna play Dismal Backwater that enters tapped and gives me 1 life.
Lucky you. I'm going to draw for turn. We are going to play a lovely little mountain that does not enter tapped, and then pass the turn.
Okay, I will draw. Well, I will untap upkeep. Yeah, my fatal flaw is that I do forget to untap before I draw. Anyone feel free to hate me, I guess, but maybe don't. I'll play a forest, and then I'll sit there. I have a question for you.
Oh my god.
What is the first board game that you remember playing? But let's make it like memorable board game. You could also give me, I played Trouble when I was 2 years old. I mean, maybe that's your... Anyway, give me your first board game, Board and Savior.
The first one that I remember playing, I mean, it's got to be something like a Candyland, right? Like it's something like that. So hold on, I'll go as I talk. I will play out a Plains. It's probably. I mean, I don't have like a specific memory of playing Candyland, but it's something like that. My grandma and I played board games all the time. Like she was the person who would like watch me after school, would watch me in the summer. We played a lot of Monopoly. We played like Hi-Ho Cheerio, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I am... Wait, there's an omen. Oh! I can do something incredible. I will play Riling Dawnbreaker's Omen, Signaling Roar, and create a 2/2 white soldier.
I think Omen is aptly named because it's like, oh shit, now I know he has a dragon.
Yeah. Get ready for my dragon. That's all I am going to do. So yeah, something like that. Hi-Ho Cheerio. We played 13 a lot, which is a little card game she really likes. Yeah, so that's what I got. What about you? First, any game, like board game, card game, something like that.
I will play Opulent Palace tapped and then not do anything. So
okay.
Go ahead. I definitely remember playing, I was using it as a stupid example, but I do remember playing Trouble. You know, the one that goes like...
Yeah, the Pop-O-Matic.
Yeah, Pop-O-Matic. Yeah, that was great.
I'm going to play a Plains.
But the first game that I remember... I also would play a lot of, like... we have double solitaire in my family. My grandparents also did a lot of watching of me, and my grandma and I, over an entire year... tracked who won the most games and also separately who got the most cards in double solitaire. It's where you like can play on each other's piles in solitaire.
Cool.
And I won the most games, but she did get more cards than I did. So that was an interesting statistics thing for that.
I'm going to swing for 2.
I take 2.
I will pass the turn now.
Okay. I untab, upkeep, draw. I will play this island. Yeah. Play that island. And then I will play, finally, something. Host of the Hereafter. I'm excited about this one. This is a 2/2, but it enters with 2 1/1 counters on it. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on up to 1 target creature you control.
Yuck.
Yeah, so that will come in, and it's a 4/4.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My next question for you, I need to. Oh wait, at the beginning of your end step, first I'll do this. Seize opportunity, exile the top 2 cards of my library. I can play them until the end of my next turn. Wow. Okay, draw for turn. My question for you, playing a Plains, is. This is it's kind of long-winded, so I'm going to take a second. If you and your best friend went out to, let's say, brunch, and after brunch, they took your hands, they looked you in the eyes, and they said, "My work here is done." And then they shot up into space, and you never saw them again. What would that do to you? How would that change your life? Would that change your view of the world? What would you do anything in response to that? Tell me everything that makes you think.
Yeah, clarifying question. Are we talking about like literally like my Kelsey's actual best friend?
Yes.
Or are we talking about like any, like just like a
your
concept
best
of a
friend?
Okay. Are you doing anything with those planes while you're at it?
I am casting Molten Exile and dealing 4 damage to Host of the Hereafter.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, and so it was all for nothing. That's so upsetting. All right, well, thanks. I shouldn't have asked.
I'm also swinging in with my soldier for 2.
I'll take 2.
Okay. And I'm done.
Great. I think I'd try to text her.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd also like my joke answer, but it may not be a joke, is that I think I'd have a little bit of a God complex about it because somebody who's better than me was deciding that I needed to be better. And then they were like, we can't, she's the best. We can't, my work here is done. Like, dinner is served. I think that I might be a little bit vain about it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I think I'd be like really like, I think I would be like devastated because then I never get to see my best friend again.
Yeah.
And that's not worth it.
The key thing here is like, you don't know the rules of this situation. Who are we talking about? Can I have a name just so I can?
Well, I'm going to give a fake name
Okay,
because
that's
we're
fair.
on the internet.
Yeah, go for it.
It's my college roommate, and I can't come up with a girl's name.
Gretchen.
So it's my college roommate, Gretchen.
Okay, so Gretchen just disappears. You, in that moment, don't know that she's gone forever. And so, like, I think I want like all of the details as far as like, at what point do you decide like, yeah, I guess she's just gone? Do you tell her family what has happened? As far as you're aware, and the situation also changes like depending on what the world was like when she left. If you're the only person who saw her do this, people might assume that you have killed her and disposed of her body. If you're the last person to see her alive, there's definitely going to be an investigation. This is a missing person. There's a lot to think about here.
In a world where this is happening, we're not doing missing person investigations anymore.
It's this
I played
world.
Disruptive Storm Brood. It's a flying 3/3, and I can't even use its removal, but I just felt like I needed to play it. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll untap draw.
I mean, I guess with those ramifications put in, yeah, that's not good, but it's also like, if no one sees that she's missing, I don't necessarily need to tell somebody that, I don't need to give them the information that could make them assume that I did it. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I'm getting defensive for a fake crime I didn't even commit. Yeah, Gretchen, if you're watching this, sorry. I did not kill you.
Okay. I
think after 5 minutes, I've decided it's not a prank. And then
after 5 minutes, yeah.
Right, like I'm like, yeah, haha, for 5 minutes. And then I decide that she's gone for good. Listen, I'm an anxious person.
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes and she's gone.
Yeah. You don't have object permanence.
If someone's like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom, I'd give them like 30 minutes before I like freak out. Like maybe they're taking a really bad shit.
Yeah.
But if you just like disappear like that, I give you 10 minutes before I think that something paranormal has happened.
Kelsey, I am casting another Molten Exile and killing your Stormbrood.
Well, you're gonna waste them all now, and then
I am.
Won't you?
I'll swing for 2.
I'll take 2.
All right, pass the turn. I also did not draw land, so devastating over here.
Oh, that's not good. I will play a swamp. Did I draw? I think I did just draw that swamp, and then. I won't do anything, damn it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Untap draw. Hey, that's not a land.
Sorry to all my viewers over here who are getting vertigo because I keep moving my screen around.
Is it better to... Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to cast Devoted Duelist, who is a 2/1 hasty guy, and swing for 4.
4.
2 and 2.
Yeah,
that is 4.
Okay, I need to be getting worried, and
I will pass the turn as well.
Okay. I'll draw, and I drew another land, and I can't
Are you drawing my
do
lands?
any... I must be. I can't get anything. Take more damage. I guess I have to play as I see it, so I will enchant this and say that it doesn't untap.
Got it.
But that's so stupid. I really don't. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
All right, untap, draw. Not you. Damn it, I drew a land, but it's a tap land. All right, so I will play my little bivouac for green, blue, red, but she's nothing to me. I have to save that, right? Yeah, I think I do. Yep, gotta. Just have to. I'm gonna swing with just a soldier. Just 2 mana, 2 damage coming in.
He's putting in the work.
He really is. This guy's gonna win the game. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, I'll untap, upkeep, draw, and then I'll play. You know what? I'll play another island.
Why not?
I have so much land. I have Champion of Dusan out on the battlefield. That is, I can't see through your hand.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it's 3.
Do you know you can hover over and hold Alt? That's what I'm doing every time.
Oh, I sure do.
Okay.
It's just I can't read it very well, and I like to read the actual card. So
That's adorable. Like zoom in all the way. You get close up on the card. That is amazing. Fantastic.
I don't know. It's hard for me to understand. Anyway,
Hey, yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's a 4/2 with trample.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. And you're passing there?
Well, it doesn't have haste, so I must.
Alrighty. I will untap. Not you. Come on. Stay tapped, you dirty little boy. Then I will play a forest. Look at that. I do indeed have lands somewhere in my deck. And now what will I do? I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry. That does not seem worth it.
It's getting late, folks.
It's getting late, folks. We're getting punchy here. Yeah, that feels like the right thing to do. I will go to combat and swing in for 2.
Okay, I will cast Alicia's Legacy. It's a waste of a turn, but we have to do what we have to do. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. It's going to go on Champion of Dusan. And I will block, so your thing will die, probably.
Yeah, that works for me. Dead little soldier.
Again, do as I say, not as I do. That was bad. I just don't want to die.
And then my second main phase here. What do I have to work with? Ooh. Yeah, I think we do it, though. We are going to cast Monastery Messenger as a Vigilant Flyer. When this creature enters, put up to 1 target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard on top of my library. That part doesn't matter. I don't care about that. We'll get Seize Opportunity back in there, but it's about to get shuffled, so it doesn't matter. And I will tap blue here, blue, white, red for that, and then I should have done this in the other order, but who cares? It doesn't matter. I will cast this Omen, green, white, and search 2 forest cards, reveal them, put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and 1 into my hand, and then shuffle. So I am going to grab a forest tapped on the battlefield and a forest into my hand. And then this guy was Omen, so he goes back into the deck. And then everything gets shuffled up real nice. And I will pass.
Great. I am genuinely so... Oh, it's another island. I'm genuinely so worried that people will watch this and then be like, we're not going to listen to her. She was terrible.
I don't think you have to worry. It's something like... That's just a terrible draw. You drew like 7 islands in a row.
I will move to combat and attack with... I know that you can kill it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't need. I want my
Great.
flyer alive. I'll take 4.
I kind of felt like if you blocked it, that would be a good way for me to get rid of a flyer. So
Right. Yeah. Which is, I don't want you to have that good way.
Cool. Go ahead.
I will untap. You stay tapped.
This is why I end up cutting lands.
Yeah. Yeah. I will play my second mountain for my mainly red deck.
You got 2 mountains?
I only have 2 mountains over here. I mean, it seems kind of like lame, but we'll do it. I'm going to instant Twin Bolt, deal 1 damage to champion, 1 damage to your face.
Okay.
And then I will 3 mana Bolt Caster and deal 5 damage to your champion.
Okay.
And then I will swing for 2.
2 taken.
And pass the turn, and this guy's vigilant,
What
so
an
he stays up.
interesting way to do that.
When he only deals damage to a creature that was dealt damage already,
Oh,
so I
see.
needed to
Yeah.
deal the damage first. Yeah, I was holding it up for something
well,
else.
Looks like I better get out my
Oh my
Venmo.
gosh.
I drew another forest.
Yeah.
I shuffled. I sure did shuffle.
That's so.
so.
Yeah.
That's so
I'll
lame.
untap. I'll pay the mana to untap this guy, and I'll swing for 7.
Yeah, great. I would say if I were to comment just on my deck for this, I think taking the Lotus Lay Dancers down to 1 was great because I actually don't want to get rid of that many cards because I don't have that many Renew and Harmonize abilities. I actually forgot that I have them, so I could have been doing even more, but oops. I could cut this also. I think this might be useful in not such a limited 40 card format. Like this would be good in 60 card or 100 card, but I was a little bit tough here. But otherwise, great. I thought this was fun. I would love, if we did this again, I would try a new draft format if we could, just because I like to try lots of things.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I felt about the Winston, but in the end, I liked it. I built something that functioned, and I didn't have to cut more than 4 cards.
Yeah. If I were to comment quickly, I would say I'm terrible at drafting. I just pick the cards that share the colors, or I don't do that, and I pick the cards that look cool. And then I build a deck that is not at all optimized, and I'm not good at figuring out what the lands are supposed to be, but I won 2 out of 3 games, and that feels great. So I think it all kind of ended up working out. It does feel like this particular set is much friendlier to the 3-color draft kind of thing. And other sets, you definitely want to be sticking to 1 or 2 color decks. So I like that element to it. It gives you more wiggle room, and that's a very fun thing. There's a lot of 3 mana lands, and there's artifacts that tap for all kinds of different mana, and that's all great. So that was very fun. I will say I dug the Winston as a format. I feel like the format itself inspires a lot of interesting strategic decisions as far as are you trying to draft for the big stack of cards, or waiting until that stack at the end that's 1 card but it might be a rare, or it might be in the colors that you want. I think it adds a lot of interesting things that I don't necessarily always feel in the kind of wheeling around the table draft format. But I'm down to try other formats, especially if there are other ones for 2-person drafts. I think it's cool that people have come up with those alternate ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I really like the Tarkir 3-color focus because I as a person who's I've played Magic for a while, but I'm kind of newer to sealed events. So it's always a struggle for me to decide what colors to cut. And to have, obviously, I know that colors go with archetypes and mechanics often in the new sets. But this one was just so clearly laid out that, a lot of the cards that are these 3 colors have the Renew ability.
Yeah.
And sometimes that works with Harmonize, even though those aren't from the same clan. So I just liked how easy it was to pick a color block, find some cards. And I think my strategy worked really well. At least for building, it did, which was decide early and then just really focus on getting them, because in the Winston draft, hey, maybe there's a real advantage to taking bulk, but you do also have to consider like what you need in a deck.
Yeah. I will say from my end, like seeing the cards that you had in your deck, I consistently felt like, dang, like it seems like all your cards are meant to be together. I think in at least like our first game, I just played 2 cards that happened to be good, while your cards like worked together. So even though I won the first game, I was like genuinely kind of like, damn, like I'm a little jealous that like your deck does something. I'm over here like just playing big creatures, which hey, that's a strategy that works sometimes too. Yeah.
I'm fine. This was a dranky deck list. If anybody wants to see it, I'm happy to share it. I don't know if you want it, but you can see it if you want. I guess I'll like put it in the description or put it in Marksfield or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to share mine. Figure it out.
Yeah.
You watched me draft. Put it together yourself.
Oh,
punk.
wait, that's so true.
Yeah, I'm not doing the work for you.
I guess we should get your Venmo so I can give you $6.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
This is my first business expense for YouTube.
You can write it off. You can write it off.
On what? My taxes?
Yeah, your taxes.
Yeah, but this isn't my job. I don't get money from this.
Not yet. Not yet. Everybody subscribe to Girls Planning Gaming. Okay.
Every like on this video is one big bug squashed.
That is going to do it for this episode of Girls Splaining Gaming. Kelsey, I want to thank you so much for having me on again. We just did a Scythe debate a couple of weeks ago. If you, not Kelsey, you viewing, haven't seen that Scythe debate, you should definitely go watch that. But also check out the other videos that Kelsey has. She's playing Baldur's Gate with a friend and like doing an evil playthrough of Baldur's Gate, so that's a ton of fun. Is doing like deck breakdowns of Commander decks, and then there's a ton of like shorts and things to get little bite-sized bits of content on video games and card games and all kinds of stuff. It's all really good. You should definitely check it out. And if you would like to, you can come over to Board and Savior on YouTube and watch what I'm doing. I do like reviews and top fives and discussions of various things, and that's also a lot of fun. I was going to say, we'll see you next time, but I probably won't be here for the next video. I just pop up sporadically. So Kelsey, we'll see you next time. Bye!